Peace, peace, peace. What's the deal? What's the deal? We right back in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second here. Gonna play some music. And we're gonna go right in. Hope everybody is good. Let's get it. 1 second here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Make sure the music isn't that loud this time, alright? So don't worry about it. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Peace, peace. What up? Yeah, you motherfuckers don't sleep. I be seeing the same faces. I'm paying attention. I see the same faces. Apparently I'm not the only one. Back at it. What up? What up? Of course. We're gonna keep it going. You know what I mean? You put on some shit. Turn that down. Should be a nice volume. Yeah, we at it. What up? What up? Yeah, that should be good. Y'all let me know if the music is too loud. Can y'all hear me clearly? Do I need to speak up? Do I need to turn this motherfucker up, or is the music good? Y'all let me know. I want y'all to hear every word. Let me adjust the camera. Y'all know what I mean? We in this motherfucker now. You know what I mean? How many people seen the last videos? How many people really in tune? All good. It's all good. Peace, peace. What up? What up? It's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. R.I.P. Fredo Santana. If y'all didn't know, you know what I mean. Shout out to Chicago. As always, I fuck with Chicago. So we gonna blast some Fredo. Send him on his homecoming. You know what it is. You know what I mean. So let's get into it. How to develop your spirit body. Now, what is it? Not your spirit body, your light body. Light body, spirit body, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I know. The last time the music was crazy, they let me know. I fixed it, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna get better every video. That's why I'm doing it every day. So we gonna make sure all of the nicks and crannies, all of the bullshit, I'm gonna handle that. So each video, if there's any mistakes, any fuck ups, I'm gonna make sure that it don't lead to the next video. So just bear with me. So by the time we get maybe 30 days in, you know what I mean, all the problems should be fixed. So just keeping everybody in tune. Let me sip on a drink. Somebody said the macabre. You can call it the macabre. It's just that I already made a video on the macabre. It's like 2 minutes long, though. I didn't really go into any details. But this video, I'm going to go into slight detail. I don't want to take up too much time. So let's get straight into it. So how do you develop your light body? Your light body, or your astral body, your macabre, whatever you want to call it. The first step. Matter and light is the same thing, just a different vibration, right? So let's establish that foundation. Matter and light, there is no difference. Matter and light is the same thing, it's just different degrees of frequency. Same thing. So matter is light, light is matter, just different degrees on the same scale. So in order to transmute or to purify matter into light, it's a process of transmutation. You must transmute or purify matter into light particles. How do you purify matter into light particles? It all starts with the breath. You want to get down to 4 breaths a minute. So while you are in your meditations, or even in life, you know, just walking around, 4 breaths every 60 seconds. That's the goal. Of course, you're not going to start there. It may be 8 breaths a minute, 16 breaths a minute. Who knows how many times we breathe every 60 seconds? Put it in the comments if y'all know. If y'all don't know it in the live feed, just put it on the comments after the video is posted, so people can understand how many times we actually breathe. So when I say 4 breaths a minute, you can understand like how deep that is to go 4 breaths a minute. I don't know how, maybe like 60 breaths a minute, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. So if you're talking about taking a full breath, that means exhale, hold, and not inhale, hold, and exhale, a full breath 4 times every 60 seconds. This completely puts you in a different frame of mind. It puts you in a different state of consciousness. You can also look at matter and light as states of consciousness, or lead to gold. You can say matter is lead, gold is light. So you're transmuting matter into light particles. So when you are transmuting or purifying matter into light particles, by slowing down your breath. Also, by thinking uncommon thoughts, having an uncommon train of thought. Because when you have an uncommon train of thought, the matter particles can heighten or to upgrade their frequency. The same way we call ourselves trying to be spiritual or upgrade or ascend, all of our atoms or our particles are trying to do the same thing. All matter hopes and seeks to become light. That's matter's purpose in this planet or this world, is to become light. It's a natural evolution. So the same way we are seeking that same ascension, all of our particles, all of our matter is seeking to do the same thing. This matter seeks to become light. And again, we start this by having that uncommon thought process, everything we've been talking about recently anyway. Just being in tune with this spiritual knowledge, just being aware of it and putting everything that's being said into action. So slowing down your breath, 4 breaths per 60 seconds. You do the mathematics on how hard that would be for you. You make your own judgment and how that would work for you. What's the next step? Once the matter has been purified into light particles, now these light particles must be sent into the womb. If you've been keeping up with me, you know that the womb is the matrix. In other words, the matrix is the womb. Womb and matrix is the same thing, which is basically the holder of information. You can say the matrix or the womb is like, imagine within this circle, all information is present within this circle. You can just, or look at the number 0. All information is present. All potential and possibility is in this womb. And within this womb is programmed with the law, or the universal law, or mathematics, whatever you want to call it, right? So once these matter particles have been purified to light particles, you direct these light particles into the womb or into the matrix. Now, why would you do that? What is the point of that? What is this matrix doing to these light particles? What the matrix is going to do to these light particles is transmute those light particles into waves. So the particles become waves. Matter becomes light. Particles become waves. Right? Just laying the foundation. Hopefully everybody is following along, right? Matter, light, states of consciousness. Matter and light is the same thing, different degrees of the same scale or the same frequency. Slowing down your breath, thinking uncommon thoughts, directing that light particles or those light particles that are being purified into the womb. You can say, well, what is the womb? The womb is your temple. The matrix is everything around us. The matrix is us. We are the matrix. Again, the womb, the holder of information. The human body is sacred geometry in and of itself, whether we realize it or not, whether we understand the law or not. The human body is the holder of information, of sacred science. That's why the body can pretty much operate on its own without us being conscious of anything, because it is the holder of sacred information, or you can call it sacred geometry. And we can take that further and further and further and further, however far we want to go with it, right? So this womb or this temple or this matrix is the holder of mathematics, sacred geometry. So when you direct these light particles into the womb will transmute those particles into waves. Now, what does that mean? So once the particles become waves, now they can penetrate other areas of reality, or we become more aware of our multi-dimensional reality, such as the dream world or the astral world. You become more conscious in those worlds. So for all the people who struggle with dreams, struggle with astral travels and anything spiritual, you must understand that you must transmute your matter into light. This will enhance everything you do spiritually. And again, some people do this fasting, but we talk about fasting so much anyway, so that's why now I'm talking about the breath. 4 breaths every 60 seconds. So if you're already fasting, you're already on a no sleep diet, you can say. You already, you lessen your sleep, no more 8 hours. If anything, 4 hours. You sleep no more than 4 hours per day. And you may not even sleep those 4 hours all at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Somebody says sunlight. Exactly. Sunlight also purifies matter into light. So for all you sun gazers out there, this is pretty much why you sun gaze. This is why you do these things. This is why you exercise. This is why you do spiritual work, because you are transmuting matter into light, then those light particles into waves. This is just a process of thought states of consciousness. So, the more you transmute these light particles into waves, the more aware you're going to be in all these higher dimensions, the astral world, whatever you want to call it. This is how you develop your astral sight, by transmuting this matter into light. Simple process, is easy. It just takes dedication. It's something that you got to dedicate yourself to, because you can easily fall off. Because again, how many people know how many breaths they are taking every 60 seconds? They probably don't know, because it ain't really something that we are trained to think about. We're not trained to think about how we breathe. We're not trained to think about our posture. You know what I mean? All the body language and all the things that we really don't think about, because why everybody is thinking about all this unnecessary shit. But we are in the matrix. But you cannot be distracted by matter. If you're going to be distracted by anything, make sure you are distracted with light. Because again, light is a frequency or a currency as well. Light is a currency. So when you are transmuting this matter into light, you are building up your spiritual currency. And as we already know, as I say over and over again, the currency of the spirit is light. The spirit don't give a fuck about how much money you have. The spirit is only concerned with your level of light. The more light you have, the deeper you can go into your inner world, or your inner, whatever you want to call it. Because when we astral travel, when we dream, we really don't go anywhere. It's like an internal dream, because you are traveling your soul. It's soul work. So you're not going anywhere outside of your own soul. So what you need for any type of spiritual work to work, so if you have altars, if you're doing any type of spiritual work, in order for any of this stuff to work, you have to transmute matter into light. This is the only way for anything spiritual to work. Remember, the currency for the spirit is light. The more light, the more success you have with anything spiritual. So if you understand these basic rules and regulations, everything else should be understandable to you. Matter, light, particles, waves. Right? I don't think I really need to say any more. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a video right after this that's talking about something completely different. So I just want to drop that quick jewel. We ain't going to be on here too long, but I'm going to be right back with something completely new, something completely different. So we're going to leave it out there. R.I.P. Fredo Santana. Much love and light. I'll get right back to y'all in just a second.